Monday night motivation, just getting hopped on live here on Instagram and then also Facebook. There's so much to get to tonight. I am so excited. We also have a 7 times giveaway. 7 times giveaway tonight to celebrate you guys making Believe It on the New York Times bestseller list 7 weeks in a row, which I'm like overwhelmed by. And hold on, just setting up Facebook real fast because we're live on both right now. So hello everyone on Instagram. How are you? Happy Monday. Let me know where you are coming in live from. Share with me in the comments where you're coming in live. No? Okay, 1 second. Okay, we should be going on live on Facebook any minute, but we are live on Instagram. So if you're with us on Instagram right now, let me know where you're coming in from. And hello, happy Monday night motivation. Guys, it's going to be fire tonight. If you are someone who loves your friends and family or your partner or your friends that you were raised around or any of those people, right? But every time you maybe share an idea or a dream or a goal, you all of a sudden just like they don't get it, or you kind of feel like they don't support you, or you feel like you share this big dream or this whatever it might be, right? And then you feel like they must not love you or must not support you because you share it with them and you feel your whole vibration lower, or you feel self-doubt start to like take over because the people around you maybe don't support your dreams or ideas the way you feel like you need them to, or the way you hope or wish they would. Okay, so if that is you, this is going to be fire for you tonight, because we're going to talk about how when we learn to who we hand our microphone to and who we take it back from, right? There's a couple tools I want to talk about tonight that you can implement in your life right now that are critical, I think, to really, truly believing in yourself and not letting anyone in your life talk yourself out of your own truth. So, okay, hold on. Let's see. Just making sure. Yes. Okay, I see everyone in the comments. We are going. Happy Monday night motivation. Okay, so we have lots to get to, and if you're just hopping on now, we are doing some really fun giveaways tonight as well, and we're talking about all things controlling your microphone, all things about how the people around you and who you let speak into your dreams and hopes and goals and ideas can really impact if you become the person you're born to be, or if you talk yourself out of your own truth. So we're going to go there tonight, Monday night motivation. If you're just hopping on though, let me know where you are coming in live from. I see Pennsylvania in the house. Let's see. I see New Jersey, Houston, Texas. Oh my goodness. So many places all over here. We're here on Instagram Live and on Facebook Live. Hello, Fresno, California in the house. We have Illinois in the house. Hello guys, how are you? Happy Monday. There is crystalline from New Orleans. I love supporting entrepreneurs, you guys. I love when we meet each other online, and I'm so grateful. A lot of times you guys will say, oh, can I send you this? Or can I send you that for free? I'm like, oh no, I will support your business, because the days of building It Cosmetics from scratch, a lot of you guys know that, I've had a lot of jobs, from Denny's waitress to bagging groceries and you name it. When I started It Cosmetics, there were years before we could afford to pay ourselves. And anytime somebody, even if it was a friend or family, and they supported our business, it was a big deal. So I am someone that, I feel grateful that there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there who are like, can I send you my product? And, usually when I get those requests and I see them, I'm like, no, let me support your company. And so Crystalline, who's on here now, I met her at an event actually, and this is her ring, Crystalline. Yes, beautiful. Anyways, hello. Hi, guys. We are going to be bringing the fire tonight, Monday night motivation. here's the thing. Okay, a couple announcements to get to, a couple fun updates, and then we're doing 7 giveaways tonight. We have a ton of Target gift cards. So Believe It is in Target. And if you win one of the giveaways tonight, one of the Target gift cards, I want you to buy whatever you want in Target, but find Believe It, because Believe It is in Target, and take a picture and send it to me and I'm going to post it. Okay, so as we're getting kicked off tonight, as a bunch of you starting to hop online on Facebook and Instagram, 7 giveaways to do tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of things Monday Night Motivation, but what I want to ask you to do is tag a friend who you think could benefit from hopping on and getting a boost of inspiration today. A lot of times if you tag them in the comments right now, that's how they'll know we're actually live together, and then they'll hop on. And all you need to do is tag someone, or anytime you comment from now into the rest of the live, tagging someone or commenting, you're automatically entered to win the giveaways. We have 7 of them tonight. So our Believe It book team is live right here on both Facebook and Instagram, and they're going to see who you're tagging to invite your friends and family and loved ones to just join in. So many of us need a boost of hope and inspiration and joy right now. But if you tag someone or make any comment now through the rest of the live, you're entered live. I'm going to be announcing 7 winners, 7 Target gift cards tonight for $50 each, 7 of them. And, you can buy anything from Target that you want, of course. But when you're in there, go check out Believe It in person. The first time I saw it in Target, I cried and then sat on the floor. Because I was like, okay, this is real. And just want to show our support for Target today and just say thank you. So, Target gift cards, 7 of them. Okay. A lot of you guys hopping on right now on Facebook and also on Instagram. And I just want to say thank you. There's been a couple thousand of you each week that's hopped on between all of the platforms, and then many more watching it on the replays. And it's been really fun. This was an idea, doing Monday Night Motivation, to really talk through, topics that really we can, that are relevant to our lives right now, and then tips and takeaways on how to apply them to your life right now. Because I think all of us are on this journey, really, in our own lives, of learning to really believe in ourselves and trust ourselves. And a lot of times, in my case, in my journey in life, go from doubting you're enough to knowing you're enough, right? So on these Monday Night Motivations, we're going to talk about all the things, plus we're going to go through lessons from the Believe It action plan. So if you are new to Monday Night Motivation, welcome. You belong here. Come. I always say this: come as you are, stay as long as you'd like. You belong here. And I wrote so. Thank you guys so much. By the way, Believe It hit week number 7 on the New York Times bestseller list. Yeah, because of you guys. Thank you for spreading the word. Thank you for sharing it with people that you know. A lot of you have said there's loved ones, friends, family that maybe can't even afford to buy a book, and you've given yours to them, and then they've told someone else about it, and the word is just really spreading, and I'm just so grateful. And as you know, if you don't know and you're just hopping on, 100% of the proceeds from the book are being donated to Feeding America and Together Rising. So it's really just a true passion on how can we all come together, share the stories, the lessons, to really rise higher together. And I wrote a 95-page study guide. It's like an action plan on how to implement all the lessons from the book into your real life. And if you don't have yours, you can grab it for free at believeit.com. And today we're going to talk through, and this is really, you guys, before I hop into some Monday Night Motivation and Monday Night Fire, which I'm so excited about tonight's topic, because I hear from so many of you guys who say like, oh my gosh, I have big goals, I have big dreams, but my partner just doesn't support it. And I feel like they're a lead balloon in my life, right? How many of you guys, whether it's a partner or maybe it's friends that you were raised around or that are in your life now and you love them, or maybe family members who you love and you know they love you, but you almost feel like they're kind of like a lead balloon anytime you try to fly, right? Anytime you try to spread your wings and fly, you feel like there's kind of this lead balloon. So share in the comments if you've had an experience like that, or maybe it's something that you deal with now, right? So I'm going to talk tonight about what do you do when you still want to love the people around you, but you feel like they just like weigh you down when you're trying to fly. You're trying, like, I think it's a Sarah Evans song, Born to Fly, right? You're born to fly. So what do you do when the people around you don't have that same desire? What do you do? We're going to talk about that tonight. But if you're just hopping on, if you go to believeit.com, you can download this 95-page action plan for free. It's right on believeit.com. We're going to talk through some of the lessons tonight from chapters 5 and 6. And here's the thing. If you have read Believe It already, or you haven't read it at all, Monday Night Motivation's for everyone. It's not just if you've read the book or where you're at in the book. So this is really lessons that are applicable to everyone and anyone. And I know a lot of you have started Believe It book club. So if that's you, your whole book club is welcome. This is just sort of like icing on the cake for all the work that you guys are doing. And two more quick updates, and then I'm going to dive in. So a bunch of you asking about the audio book, and the publisher let me give an hour, 23 minutes of the audio book for free. The whole book's 9.5 hours, and that's at believeit.com/audio as well. And then one more quick fun update. I'm sharing with you guys all the things here. So on Instagram, you'll notice I tagged a link below. That's called growthday.com/Jamie. And on Facebook, just want to share that growthday.com/Jamie. So a lot of you guys have written in and said, do you do coaching, or do you do mentorship, or will you mentor me in my business? And so I just want to share that the only place where I do that, and I do it live, like when we go on live together, Monday Night Motivation, this is all about inspiration and sharing and connection and community. But I do coaching live one place, which is growthday.com. So it's Brendan Burchard's platform. And if you go to growthday.com, Jamie, you can try it out for free. So I wanted to share that link tonight. I've never done this before. I just want to share it with you tonight. Growthday.com/Jamie. If you want to try out the free coaching, it's really different because it's a lot more intense, and it's live and together in a smaller group. So I want to make sure I share that with you guys tonight. Okay, tonight, 7 giveaways. So any comment, anyone you tag here in the comments on Facebook and on Instagram, and any comments at all from now into the end, you're automatically entered. 7 of you guys are going to be picked for a giveaway for 7 Target gift cards to celebrate, Believe It, making it on the New York Times list 7 weeks in a row, which is amazing. And thank you so much. Thank you for spreading the word. My hope and prayers, anyone who picks this book up, by the time they close the book and finish it, that they are rooting for themselves again and learning to really trust themselves. So that's my hope and prayer for everyone who picks up the book. Okay, we are talking chapter 5. So if you're following along, you don't need to, by the way, but if you are, this study guide, 95 pages. And, I say this a lot. I am so blessed to learn from some of my mentors my whole life, now in real life. I love personal development. I love going to events. I love reading books. And I still believe every one of us, you, me, I still believe we're all our own greatest teacher. So I believe we can learn from each other, be inspired and connecting in community like we are in this one, learn from, mentors and coaches. And I also believe we're all our best teacher. And so why I wrote this, and I just want to share this with you guys, is it's 95 pages that are really all about you. And there are questions on how, to peel back the layers on really important topics that eventually take you down this path of learning to know who you are, how to hear your gut, how to hear your own intuition and trust it, how to believe in yourself, how to go from doubting you're enough to knowing you're enough. So I really want to encourage you to download this 95-page action plan and to take as much time as you possibly can in your life to do the work. I think when we do the foundational work on who we are, it's how we become whole. It's how we step into the calling or the purpose on our life. It's how we know when we're on track of becoming the person we're born to be. And I think that when you do that work for yourself, I feel like doing that has the greatest impact on your family, on your loved ones, on your job, your career, your hobbies, your ambitions, your friendships, your relationships, right? It all starts with you doing the work and really, really pouring into yourself. And, if you joined or happened to see my live that I did a couple days ago with Sarah Jakes Roberts, she said something really powerful. She said that there's a difference between self-care and soul care. S-O-U-L, right? There's a difference between self-care and soul care, right? And I think this is huge, guys, because how many of us think like, oh, I'm so depleted, I'm empty, I'm going to practice self-care, right? And maybe we, do X, Y, or Z. But at the end of it, we still don't quite feel filled up again. It's because there's a difference between self-care and soul care. And I think that whether it is in the form of your faith or in the form of even personal development and really, really doing the work of investing in yourself and becoming your best self and all of who you are, and even spending the time to learn who you are and how to hear yourself, to me, that's soul care. And so I think that is so important. So I just want to say thank you to you. Congratulations as well for being here, part of Monday Night Motivation, because I believe it's not just self-care, it's soul care. And that can have exponential impact in your life, in all areas of your life. So, okay. Chapter 5, believe in the power of your microphone. Believe in the power of your microphone. So, this is a big one, you guys. And again, we're on page 26 of the 95-page action plan. I'm going to talk through it super high level and just add some insight to some of these lessons. But again, I really want you could spend literally a couple hours just on each chapter on these questions and really going through them, right? And I really want to encourage you to do it. It's why I give it away for free. I want everyone to go through this journey. For me, some of these questions are how I figured out I was on the right track, of starting this idea in my living room that no one thought was going to work, and getting no's for years. And how did I keep going? It's some of these questions and these lessons, and really understanding how to hear and trust myself, and that I was on the right track. So I just want to encourage you again to download this and do all the pages. But tonight I'm going to talk about this idea of your microphone and of the people you have around you, right? The people you have around you in your life. I get this message from so many of you, and so many of you talk about how, your partner doesn't support you. What should you do? Or, your best friend is like, no, you should stay in this job you're miserable in. You're not qualified to take that big risk. Or maybe you have family around you that, just kind of every time you feel like you talk about an idea or a dream or a goal, you kind of just, it's almost like you're speaking a foreign language that they don't speak. Do you know what I mean? So I want you to share in the comments if you can relate to this. And also, or if you feel like the circle you have around you, right? And sometimes that looks like friends. Sometimes it looks like, loved ones, coworkers, colleagues. If you have curated a circle around you that you believe is optimal for supporting your dreams and for really championing you on into your best self, or are you in a spot where you're like, oh gosh, I love this person, but it sucks that they just don't support me the way I need, or they don't have any ambition, or maybe you feel like, you're into personal development and personal growth, and you don't understand for the life of you why they're not, and you keep trying to change them, right? So share in the comments if you can relate to this. And by the way, if you're on Instagram Live, I want to encourage you to, if you're also on Facebook at some point, look me up at Kern Lima, because we have a Becoming Unstoppable group that the community is incredible. If any of you guys were at the Becoming Unstoppable event live, there's been a whole Facebook community now built around people that attended that event, and now you can join the group as well, just as part of my community. But we share all this stuff a lot. And also, by the way, I want to encourage everyone on Facebook to join Instagram as well. And if you're someone that's on here just for the free giveaways, you came to the right place. But also, we give them away on both platforms. So you want to be on both platforms as well. But share in the comments if this is you. If you have a partner who you're just like, it's so frustrating, or you feel hurt because you share your hopes and dreams and you just don't feel supported. So this is a thing that impacts a lot of us. And especially if you're someone in your life, someone who in your life, you feel called to give more or to serve more or to create or to ideate, or you're someone who loves growth, or you have big hopes and dreams, right? So if that's you, it can be really difficult when the people you love around you aren't that way. And I want to share a couple tools tonight that I think have been life-changing in my life. And I think that you can start implementing them right away. And the first is this idea. One of them I talk about in Believe It, and one of them I don't. So I'm going to share both of them with you. The first is that we all have, right? This is something my friend Bob Goff shared with me, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was in a small conversation. It changed my life, and I asked his blessing to share it and believe it, and he's like, of course. And it's this idea that we all have a microphone, okay? Every one of us. So I want you to imagine, you've seen news reporters that have a microphone, right? I want you to imagine in your own life, you have a microphone, and you actually get to control who you hand your microphone to and let speak into it, and on what topic, right? Because here's the thing. A lot of times we have goals, we have hopes, dreams, right? And what do? We survey the people we love and trust most. We survey them and try to get a consensus that we're right, or that we're on track for our hopes and dreams, or that what do they think about this idea, or what do they think about us taking this big risk, or moving to this new place, or jumping to a different career. We ask the people close to us most often. And the problem with that is they can end up talking us out of our own truth. They can end up talking us out of the person you're born to be, right? So this is really big, you guys, because I want you to think about all the people you know in your life who've actually just let this happen to them, right? Maybe they had big hopes or dreams, or they wanted to write that book, or they wanted to, start that nonprofit, or start the blog, or whatever it is that's on your heart. And they never kind of end up doing it, right? Because what happens, we talk to people around us, or maybe our partner doesn't support us how we expect or hope them to. And all of a sudden, before we know it, we're just staying in our comfort zone. We let the volume get so loud on what everyone else is saying, we end up not even hearing ourselves anymore. So here's a really great tool for, and these are typically really good people in your life, right? It can sometimes be the people you love most. It could be your mom, your sister, your friend that you love having coffee with, or your partner, right? And you don't want to be like, peace out, mom, and cut them out of your life. But when Bob Goff explained this, and I want to share it tonight, it's just so powerful. I want you to imagine your own microphone that you have, right? Every time you talk about a hope or a dream or idea or something on your heart, you're making that decision to hand your microphone over to someone who you're sharing it with and letting them speak into it. They're speaking into your microphone, right? And they're giving you their feedback, their thoughts, their reaction, their ideas through the lens of their own experiences or own fears or own capacity, right? And so what you need to do, and this is huge, right? You don't need to cut out people from your life. Maybe you were raised around people that you went to school with your whole life. You've been friends with them for decades, and you feel like, they're not into personal growth. They don't dream big. They don't have any big ideas, but I feel like I have been friends with them my whole life. So I just feel this sense of loyalty, and I still need to be around them, and I still, all the things, right? You don't want to cut them out. And maybe you do need to cut them out sometimes, right? But let's say you don't want to, or it's a loved one. This is big, and this is so simple. But two things. One, you stop handing them your microphone on topics where you know they can talk you out of your own truth and change your life for the worst ways. And what I mean by that is when it's your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your ideas, right? Your ambitions. Maybe you do not talk to them about those things. You don't hand them your microphone on those things any longer. And you actually take it back, right? So I want you to type in the comments, is there someone in your life right now you need to take the microphone back from? And you can do this simply. I'm saying, but how do you do it, right? Yeah, mind blown. This is really simple. You take it back simply because next time you have a hope or a dream or an idea, you decide to share it with someone who is going to be for you. And I don't mean someone who's going to tell you what you want to hear. I mean someone who's able to dream, to imagine, to believe at the same level that you do, right? And so for the people you love around you, maybe that's not them. Maybe their capacity isn't that big, right? So instead of asking them and handing the microphone to them about that, take it back from them about your hopes and dreams. Create new safe space boundaries where you talk to them about things that don't lower your vibration, things that don't turn into lead balloons attached to your wings when you're trying to fly, right? So maybe your loved ones, your mom, your sister, your friends you always have coffee with because you went to school with them, whatever it is, maybe you talk to them about everything else, like what's on sale at the grocery store and who is your favorite person on The Bachelor and the weather. You talk to them about all that stuff, but you protect and create a new boundary for yourself around the things that you let other people crush, right? Your hopes, your ideas, your dreams. And this is a big thing that I talk about and believe it because I had to learn to do this in my life. You curate a new circle around you of people that you do share your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your ideas. And it could look like new friends that you meet that maybe look different from the kind of friends you were raised around. It could be a group online or a community online. It could be a coaching program. It could be somebody that, you meet in the bookstore. I mean, but curating some, or online, by the way, or a coworker or a colleague where you have this ability to dream and to want more in common. Curating people around you that you can trust to hand your microphone to on the topic of your goals and dreams is huge, y'all. This is huge, okay? It's huge. And the second part of the microphone is the volume dial, right? And I talk about this in Believe It. So, how many of you have had an experience where, and again, this could be over the dinner table with people you love and family or friends, you name it, but you share this wild idea of, I want to write a book, or I am thinking I want to, become a coach, or I want to, start painting again, or I want to start taking a dance class whatever it is, it's on your heart, right? And you share it with them, and all of a sudden, their reaction is so disappointing that you end up feeling not supported, right? So the step one is to start taking back the microphone on those topics, still loving the people around you, but taking back the microphone on those topics. And step two is curating the right people in your life, or it could be the right online community. There's some people that can figure this out and have without even leaving their home, right? It could be a safe online community. It could be for free, by the way, Becoming Unstoppable Facebook group. Amazing. You should, if you're not part of Becoming Unstoppable, which is one of my Facebook group from the event, I cry when I go in there because everyone is supporting each other. No one's selling anything. Everyone's literally just supporting each other, lifting each other up, sharing dreams, sharing ideas, right? So when you start to curate the circle around you of who's going to raise your vibration, this is huge, right? And then you need to take your microphone back from some of the people in your life who just talk you out of your dreams and talk you out of your truth, right? And sometimes and by the way, when you start taking your microphone back, they might just bring it up out of the blue. And that's when you learn to turn the volume down on their words. You can be gracious about it and just turn the volume up on your own intuition and remember why you're doing what you're doing. This is super important. And one thing I want to share that maybe someone on here might need to hear this tonight. When we feel like our partner does not support our dreams, it can be really painful, right? And we can feel like, why don't they get it? Why don't they support me? This could be the same for a friend or a family member. And I had a huge lesson that I learned in my life around this. For a long time growing up, my dad that raised me wouldn't show up to stuff and didn't know who my friends were and all these kind of things. And this went on for years and years and years and years. But he's such a good, kind, sweet, amazing person. And I never understood why he didn't care more about the people in my life or show up more for things that I did. And he only knew one of my boyfriend's names ever because he was a major league pitcher and he loved the free tickets. But it was I was and this hurt for years and years and years and years. And I didn't understand why he didn't seem to really care about the stuff going on in my life or support my hopes and dreams, right? When I was working in a health club, selling memberships, and I was in high school, and I'd worked my way up from receptionist to selling memberships, and I was making more money than my dad was making. My dad was working as a glass inspector in a factory, and I was making more money than him, and I got this feeling like, I want to go to college and meet people from all over the world who have different beliefs and different faiths and different hopes and dreams. And when I told him I'm thinking I might go to college, he was like, why would you do that? Look how much money you're making, and I don't remember the amount. It was maybe $50,000 a year, which was so much more than he was making. So he was like, why would you do this? And I remember in that moment knowing that I needed to turn down the volume because I needed to take my microphone back on that topic of college, because I knew in my gut that he was seeing my own dreams or hopes through the lens of his own experience. He meant well. He loves me with all his heart, but that's what he was doing, right? And so, but anyhow, as the years went on, and as I continued to live more life, it was in my 20s when I was dating a Major League Baseball pitcher, and my dad actually knew his name, but most of the other parts of my life, he didn't. And it used to hurt me so bad, right? When we have a loved one or a friend or a partner, for a lot of you guys, it's a partner, because I read your stories, and it hurts when we feel like they don't support us. And then I had a big breakthrough on this that I want to share tonight in case you need to hear this, okay? A sister-in-law of mine was talking about how much my dad loves me, more than anyone in his life, and me and my sister. And I was like, but what do you mean? He actually never is really part of my life. And she said to me, yes, but within his capacity, he loves you with all of it. And I was like, within his capacity, he loves me with all of it. And so in my experience, it felt like he's not supporting my dreams. He's not showing up for me. Every time I share big hopes, big goals, big dreams, I feel unsupported or he doesn't care. But then I realized, that's not what it is. It's just he has a totally different capacity to love beyond himself than I do. And when I realized that, it was so freeing, because I realized it's actually not about me at all. He's not intentionally not supporting me. He's not intentionally not showing up for my dreams. It's actually just that he has a totally different capacity. He was born with a different capacity to love, to dream, to support, to think beyond himself. And when I realized that, it was the most freeing thing, because instead of feeling hurt all the time or resentful, I was able to finally be free and just love him for who he is in his own capacity, right? And not think that it's just not him supporting me. And I want to share that tonight, because I know I read so many of your stories, and a lot of you, for you, it's your partner. And you're like, why aren't they on a personal growth journey with me? Or why aren't they supporting my big dream or my big ambition or my big career? Sometimes it's a friend, sometimes it's a loved one, and we feel hurt over and over and over by it. And sometimes it's as simple as realizing, they just don't have the capacity I do. They just have a much smaller capacity to love, to inspire, to champion, to serve, to hope, to dream. And maybe they're loving you the most they know how within their own capacity. And I think when we look at it that way, it's so freeing. And then we can stop looking to other people in our lives. Because here's the thing. When we feel unsupported and we feel unloved, not only are they lowering our vibration by not supporting us, but now we're also feeling resentful and hurt and unloved by that friend or that loved one or that partner. So we're lowering our own vibration even further, right? And so for me, this has been really freeing, is a couple things. One, really taking inventory on your life, on who is it you need to take the microphone back from when it comes to your hopes and your dreams. And how do you do it in a way where there's no resentment, right? There's just this flip of the switch in our mind where we realize, oh, maybe you are put on this earth with big hopes and big dreams and goals and things you want to give or create or serve or share. But that doesn't mean your partner is the same way, right? Maybe they're put on this earth with a much smaller capacity in those areas, right? And I think when we flip the switch on that and we love them for how much they love us within their own capacity, and we don't look to them to fulfill our own purpose, it's huge, it's freeing. It helps us take the microphone back and still love them without resentment. And this is a really big thing. And so, for tonight, just want to share that. Do some inventory on who in your life you might need to take the microphone back from when it comes to sharing your hopes and your dreams. And I want to share part 2 of this and just want to say hello. There's a couple thousand of you all combined on Instagram and Facebook. If you're just hopping on, this is Monday Night Motivation. And we're talking about some lessons from the book, Believe It. Whether you've read it or not, I hope you have. And if you have read it, please tell someone about it. That's how people are discovering it, is really word of mouth. So thank you for that. And if you've read it, please do a review, by the way, an authentic review for wherever you pick the book up. Those are really big deals for authors. I'm just learning that as well. But if you're just hopping on Monday Night Motivation, we just have a couple minutes left, and we're also going to do some really special giveaways to celebrate that you guys have literally made Believe It now hit the bestseller list, the New York Times bestseller list, 7 weeks in a row, you guys. This is week 7. So Believe It has made the list 7 weeks in a row because of you, because of word of mouth, because you're spreading the word about the impact the book has had. And I just want to say thank you for that. I try to read every single review and comment. And, the most consistent thing I see is so many people saying, like, I started the book and I was reading about all this rejection and hardship and I was rooting for you. And by the time I finished the book, I realized I was rooting for myself again. And for some people, that's for the first time ever or the first time in a long time. So I just want to say thank you. And if you can just share Believe It with anyone you know who maybe needs to root for themselves again, I'd be super grateful. So, okay, I want to finish on the third part of this. Then we're going to do 7 giveaways. So we have 7 Target gift cards to celebrate 7 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. If you win one of the gift cards, all you need to do, by the way, we have the Believe It book team live on Instagram and Facebook right now. And if you comment and you tag someone, anyone who you think would love these Monday Night Motivations, they'll see you tag them, and then they're more likely to join us live right now. So if you tag someone or if you comment, either way, you're automatically entered on both Instagram and Facebook. So I see a lot of comments saying my circle is large but not supportive. My whole life I don't have support. I have a great group of friends. Thank goodness they champion me. Great. So a lot of you guys are aware of this, right? And I want to encourage you, because this is the final few thoughts for tonight. Then we're going to do some giveaways. I want to encourage you to think about adding maybe one person or one community or one colleague to your circle. And here's the thing. A lot of times we go to school and meet new people all the time, and then maybe we are new in a job and meet new people all the time, and at some point we stop meeting new people. And we stop remembering we can. We can, right? I curated a group of friends in my life that literally have almost nothing in common except a huge heart to love. They always tell me the truth. They always want what's best for me. And this has been life-changing for me. but they don't necessarily look like the people I was raised around or the people that I worked with at different jobs over the years, right? I had to become really intentional about bringing new people into my life, and keeping all the same people I still love, all of my friends and family who I still love. But when it came to, let's say, writing the book and sobbing my eyes out while binge eating Lucky Charms because I was scared to death about sharing some of the stuff I was going to share, like the people I called were people that had, I knew would understand what my big goals were. They're people who have huge hopes and dreams too, people who've taken risks, who've done vulnerable things, right? And it's taken years to curate friends in my life and to kind of build the circle. And I want to share this tonight because a lot of you are going to keep your partner and your family and your friends you grew up with forever, but you actually can. When you start taking the microphone back from them, I want to encourage you to think about how do you bring, and maybe it's just one new person in your life, maybe it's just one new online community, but I think it's so important to have a circle around you that literally helps you dream higher, helps you vibrate higher, helps you believe that your dreams are possible, helps you believe that where you come from doesn't determine where you're going. So I want to do a quick reading from Believe It on this, and because I talk about this in chapter 5, and I'm going to save chapter 6 for the next because otherwise we'll go hours. There's so many powerful lessons on authenticity, you guys, that are freeing that I want to talk about, especially if you're someone that ever feels like you're not good enough or you're not qualified enough, or you get distracted by comparing yourself to people on social media or wherever else. If that's you, I'm going to do an entire Monday Night Motivation on this, on the power of authenticity and how freeing it is. So I'm going to save it for that. But in the last few minutes tonight, and I'm going to do 7 giveaways, I'm just going to do a reading from Believe It, because a lot of you, I'm reading in the comments, you're like, okay, how do I curate a new circle? What kind of people do I find, right? And I found that we often need to actually open our minds up, because we're used to growing up and being told that we need to fit in, we need to belong. And of course, as humans, we all want love and belonging. But as we grow up, as we step into the person we're born to be, as we start becoming and embracing our full authentic self, I think it's so important to shake old mindsets on that and to really start curating people in your life who are doing the same and who are going to support you on that journey. So if you have Believe It at home, I just want to show you, I'm doing a reading from page 86. So if you see this photo, this is a photo in the book of my closest friends. And I'm going to do a quick reading on this. And then we're going to do a giveaway. 7 Target gift cards, 7 Target gift cards. Okay. So when we talk about our circles in our life, this picture that you might see right here, I'm going to read right here. So here's the real life truth behind these beautiful smiling faces that you see right here. So the next few words I'm going to read are about the 7 of us in this photo. And I just want to read this because I think it's important to shift our mindset, because my 7 closest friends are very, very different than how I was raised and who I was raised around. And my friends and family I hold dear to this day. But these are my 7 closest. And here's the real life truth behind these beautiful smiling faces. So between the 7 of us, one of us was homeless growing up. That's Leah. You guys might have met her at Becoming Unstoppable event. One of us was a foster kid. 2 of us are adopted. One of us has a mother with extreme mental illness. One of us had a father who committed suicide when she was just 15. 2 of us don't know who our father is. One of us has a learning challenge. One of us became pregnant at age 15 and raised her baby as a single mom. One of us was diagnosed with breast cancer. And we've also had some fairy tale-like victories, many born out of pure grit. So this is the same group of people I'm talking about now. 4 of us are entrepreneurs, founders, and CEOs. One of us had her own network TV news show named after her on CNN's HLN. One of us recently came out and shared with her friend's family that she identifies as bisexual and fluid. One of us is known as the female Jerry Maguire and has an A-list celeb playing her in an upcoming TV series. One of us is on the Forbes Richest Self-Made Women's list. One of us had more than one major role on a primetime network TV drama. One of us is breaking free from the insecurity of a physical deformity. On paper, we are a mismatched group of puzzle pieces that don't look like they fit together. We don't all share the same religion, politics, or socioeconomic status, yet none of this is relevant in our friendship. All of us cry together, dream of changing culture together, champion women and amazing causes together, and all of us are victors, not victims, despite our past, despite our challenges, despite our shortcomings. All of us believe in living a life in service of service. These are my closest friends because they show up for their lives bravely and authentically, and they show up for me fully, and I show up for them, and they sharpen me. They remind me I'm enough, both on the good days that make my highlight reel and the bad days when I can't get out of bed. We see each other in our full vulnerability and truth and love each other without judgment. So here's what I want to say, and this is jumping to page 96, a few more sentences to read as we close out tonight's Monday Night Motivation and talk about curating the friends and the circle in our life, right? And by the way, it might just mean adding a new coach. It might mean joining a free online community. It might mean getting a really good book. It might mean meeting one person right here in the comments on Monday Night Live and you guys connecting off air. It could mean any of these things, okay? Because if you're live on Facebook right now and you're live on Instagram, and there's a few thousand of you across, we have 3 Facebook pages and Instagram live right now. If you're here, you have a lot in common with each other, right? You're probably dreaming big. As my friend Sarah Jakes Roberts said, you guys, she said, I'm going to try to quote her. This is really powerful because you might connect with this. This might be you. Sarah said this in her new book, Women Evolve, and it was so powerful. She basically said that in life, we have thoughts that are either fear-based, right? And our fears lie to us and tell us that they're going to keep us safe if we stay in our comfort zone. But then we also have big, like love or faith-driven thoughts, but those require courage that we don't feel like we have, right? So many of us end up just staying stuck, right? And here's what she said that I thought was really powerful, because I think if you're on this live with me right now, you might relate to this. When we stay stuck, we feel a longing. We feel almost anguish because we know that more has been assigned to our name. And when she wrote those words, I was just like chills whole body, right? How many of you guys know right now that maybe fear is leading a decision, but you don't quite feel like you have the courage to do it out of faith? So you're kind of stuck on something and you're feeling that longing because you know more has been assigned to your name. Been there so many times, and those words are so powerful. So if you're here, I have a feeling you know what I'm talking about. You're sharing this live with me right now, and that also means that you're in a community live right now of so many other people that share that with you, right? So this is a really great community, by the way, y'all, to build your bigger circle. Okay, so the final few sentences that I want to say, and this is page 96 for anyone following along in the book. Your circle might be 2 people or 5 people. Just make sure they're the right people. If you're working to bring a few new friends into your inner circle, make sure you identify the qualities that you really need in a friend, and make sure you're open-minded and open-hearted about who you're open to including. I found that true friends don't always look like the circles you ran with in high school or the kinds of people you were raised around. And to find them, there might be some old superficial filters of judgment that you need to get rid of. My beautiful group of close friends and I, the ones I just shared with you, you've met some of them live. You met Leah live at Becoming Unstoppable. You'll meet more of them live coming up on some of these Monday Night Motivations. My beautiful group of close friends and I aren't the show dogs, impeccably groomed from birth to win. We're much more like strays. Strays who might not know where we were made, but know what we're made of. If you read Believe It, you know what that means. Strays who've dated our fair share of hound dogs, had surprise puppies, and dealt with plenty of fleas and licked our wounds together. Strays who have overcome the need to hear, who's a good girl? Who don't judge if you've been to the pound, and yet we even sometimes pee a little when we get too excited. Strays who howl in laughter together and share dog years of life's wisdom together. Strays born without fancy backgrounds, but with a gigantic fight inside of us, and with the only requirement to join our pack, a huge heart to love. We are strays and underdogs who chose to enter the dog shows anyway and came out of nowhere to win some of the biggest best in show victories simply because we decided to believe that we could. I want to share that with you because as you work to just take inventory on your own circle, on the people you're handing your microphone to, I just think that opening our hearts and minds and our awareness to bring people into our life that help us believe in the possibility of our dreams and help fill us with courage when we need to be reminded of our own as we step in to our calling and our path. I think it's so important. So, all right. Okay. I love you guys so much. We're going to do 7 giveaways right now, 7 giveaways. And I want to let you know that next Monday, we're taking one break from Monday Night Motivation. So I don't know if y'all know this, but Believe It launched 8 weeks ago, almost 7 weeks ago. And it has been such an incredible journey. So I've done over 100 shows and feel so blessed on everything. But it's been like 24/7 for 8 weeks. So next Monday, I'm going to spend some time with my friends and family, and then we're going to be back the Monday after. So no Monday Night Motivation next Monday, but back the Monday after. Okay, seven giveaways. I'm so excited. So Believe It book team is handing me a list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, great. And okay, I'm going to try to pronounce all these. So here's the deal, guys. All 7 of you are winning a $50 Target gift card. And I would be so grateful. Whatever you buy from Target, when you're in store, and you can do this even if you don't win a gift card. When you're in store, if you see Believe It book, will you take a picture and like tag me in it, and I'm going to repost it. I still literally cry. I don't know what it is about Target. Maybe it's because I grew up saving my money to buy something at Target. I don't know. But for whatever reason, when I see the book in Target, I cry. I'm still overwhelmed when it's, in Barnes & Noble and independent bookstores. I feel so blessed. But there's something about Target where it's like, is this real? Anyways, if you see Believe It in Target, take a picture, tag me, and then I'm going to read 7 of you. Okay, so if you won, email contact@believeit.com. contact@believeit.com. So if I announce your name right now, please send a quick email to contact@believeit.com, and you could just put I won in the subject, and we'll get your address. You're going to get a Target gift card sent to you right away. So, okay, 7 winners tonight across Instagram and Facebook for the $50 Target gift card. We have Jill Riediger. Jill Riediger. Congratulations, Jill. $50 Target gift card. Okay. Number 2, we have Marilyn Meluzzo. Marilyn Meluzzo, Melluzzo. Remember, if I announce you as a winner, please email contact@believeit.com so we can make sure that your gift card gets in the mail right away. And then send a picture from Target when you're shopping. Okay. Next, we have Charlotte Kinnaird Schindler. Charlotte Kinnaird Schindler. Winner number 3 of a Target gift card for $50. And the next winner we have is Joan McLeod. Joan H. McLeod. Winner of a $50 Target gift card. By the way, thank you guys so much for joining Monday Night Motivation. This has been really special and really fun. And if you haven't yet, make sure that you check out my Facebook community. It's totally free, but when you search my name, Jamie Kern Lima, there's a whole community on there called Becoming Unstoppable. And it's really amazing. Even if you just, hop in there, start looking at ways to build your circle. I think it's going to be really impactful. So we actually almost closed the group down. I did the group for free as part of the event, the Becoming Unstoppable event. And typically when people do Facebook groups as part of events, they close down right after the event. And but it was so wild inside the group. Like everyone is supporting everyone, uplifting everyone. It just took on a life of its own, and everyone was begging not to close it. So we're keeping it open. And it's a lot of work, but we're going to do it because I think it's really an inspiring place for so many people. So, okay, we have 4 winners. Okay, next one is Instagram, zlata_K. So ZLATA_K on Instagram. If you hear your name, please email because I don't know how I would find you otherwise. Okay, ZLATA_K. Congratulations, $50 Target gift card. 2 more. We have Cats Meow 1. So that's KATSMEOW 1. Cats Meow 1. If that is you, you won. You won $50 Target gift card. Congratulations. And also the last winner tonight, and we do these every week. By the way, one more thing to share, you guys. Let's cross our fingers if we make New York Times list next week. I'm going to do a giveaway as well online. So make sure you check Instagram and Facebook. So it's just fun. It's just something so fun. I'm so grateful, and I just want to celebrate. So thank you. One more thing, and I'm going to announce the last winner. A lot of you have been asking, when is my next event? When's my next speaking event? I'm doing a big speaking event coming up as well that I'm going to send an email out about for early access. It's free. It's free, just like my Becoming Unstoppable one was, but for early access to tickets. So I'm going to do an email. So if you're not part of my email list, definitely sign up. You can sign up at jamiekernlima.com or believeit.com. But I'm going to be announcing that, I believe, this week, actually. So the next big free event. And then also, I put this in the comments, but growthday.com/Jamie. A lot of you probably, maybe the second most popular question I get asked is, will you coach me or do you mentor? And I do mentor, but now I just do it in one place, and that's at growthday.com. So you can check it out for free if you do growthday.com/Jamie. If you want to see what it's like, I'm actually coaching live there tomorrow. growthday.com/Jamie. And so I pinned it at the bottom of Instagram, but it's growthday.com/Jamie. And you can check it out for free there. Last winner tonight is JNJ Mommy 1. JNJ Mommy 1. So JNJ MOMMY 1. You just won also. There's a lot of ones tonight. So you just won also a $50 Target gift card. If I announced your name as one of the 7 winners tonight, just please make sure to email contact@believeit.com. And I love you guys so much. Let me know how you are thinking and feeling about Monday Night Motivation. We have some really great surprise guests lined up, which I'm really excited about. And I just want to close tonight with one sentence from page 269, in case you need to hear this tonight. You are worthy of your greatest hopes and your wildest dreams, and of all the unconditional love in the world. Believe it. I love you. Thank you for joining Monday Night Live. I will see you right back here. Next Monday we're off, but the Monday after I will see you back here.